This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
You came across a tale of two gym bros.
Yeah, it's an anonymous post that's on Reddit. And I thought it was interesting, so I'm going to share the hot tea. It's titled, I'm in love with my gym bro. I, male, 22 years old, fell in love with my gym bro, male, 24. Problem being, I thought I was straight. This all started a few months ago. I noticed this guy at the gym. I knew something was immediately off. I was nervous to look at him, but I decided to get rid of that nervousness and just talk to the guy. He was really nice and funny. We quickly became buddies. And about 2 weeks later, my girlfriend breaks up with me. I told him that, and we had a heart-to-heart where he casually came out as gay. But that initial offness that I felt when I first saw him didn't go away, and I quickly started to piece together that it was the same feeling that I get when I look at a really pretty girl. It's getting worse. I just want to text him all the time. I guess this is me coming out as bi. I met a beautiful guy at the gym. We became best friends. I love his personality. He makes me laugh nonstop. And not going to lie, he's mad thick. I want to ask him out so bad. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it would be very confusing in your adult life to come to that realization.
Oh, yeah, because a lot of people were conditioned or they're assuming that they're straight, especially when you're hanging out with all your friends and they're like, look at these pictures of women. And then you're like, oh, am I supposed to feel that way? Like you want to fit in. It is a confusing time to figure out your sexuality. So I just thought it was like pretty juicy.
At 21, like
22, but yeah, crazy.
My nephew, came out, I think, when he was probably 16. Mm-hmm. But I think he knew when he was about 4.
Yeah. It takes a long time for a lot of people, and it's nobody else's position to tell other people or tell the person that they think is gay.
What a compliment that would be if you were told by somebody that, you're the reason that I realized
I'm gay.
I'm bi.
Yeah, that's like Sydney Sweeney to me. I was like, oh, you're hot. But you're like hot. But I also felt the same way with Megan Fox in Transformers. I was like, I feel weird. Maybe I'm kind of attracted to women.
Wow, you've picked two absolute rockets.
Exactly.
Is it ever like the girl working at Shoppers that does it for you?
No. I feel like I've only had 2 specific times in my life that I was like, oh, wow.
Megan Fox and Sydney Sweeney, eh?
Yeah, that's it. No one else.
It's such a basic girl answer.
So maybe maybe they don't count. Maybe I'm just jealous.
Yeah, I think they're just attractive to everyone.
Yeah.
Yesterday, there was a bit of a trend in our worlds.
Oh, I forgot the same thing happened to my friend Liz when she was in the dollar store too.
Yesterday as well?
I wonder if it was the same guy.
No, because she wouldn't be shopping on the south side.
Unless this guy travels to different dollar stores to be weird.
So yeah, the trend we noticed was just like creepy old dude Tuesday.
Yeah, it happened to me. It happened to your daughter was a witness to it happening to other girls, and it happened to my friend Liz.
So the story that I was made aware of, I guess I'm kind of thankful I wasn't in the store at the time because I probably would have thrown the guy through a few aisles of
Mars
chips.
bars.
Yeah, rip off Mars bars at the dollar store. But yeah, my daughter comes out and she's like, yeah, there's this old guy who was talking to the girls who were lined up in front of me and he wouldn't stop talking to them. And he asked if they were there with their parents and said that he wanted to buy their stuff.
No.
And the teller eventually was like, can you please leave these girls alone?
Good.
I went and I dropped my daughter off at the dollar store.
Which you do. Like, she's old enough. She turns 13 this month.
And then I went to the grocery store next door and picked up a couple items real quick and then came back and was waiting outside for her.
Yep.
So she was there by herself. Last time, I think that'll be the last time I let her in the dollar store solo. Like, either with friends or I'm coming in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Anyway, it just, I felt uneasy for hours about it yesterday. And those poor girls.
I know.
What are old men doing?
Stop talking to them.
Even if this guy had nothing but good intentions and was just trying to be friendly,
just
you
say
make
hi.
Everyone uncomfortable.
And move on with your life.
Don't say hi.
Yeah, don't even say hi.
There's no reason to start a conversation with a teenager when you're an old man.
Well, even my girlfriend, she's in mid-30s and was walking through the dollar store and same thing, like a guy was following her and talking to her and she was like, I was so uncomfortable. And then for me, it was I walked into a gas station yesterday And I was just quickly grabbing a bottle of water. And he's like, hi. I was like, hi. And I kept going because I'm minding my business and just trying to live my life. And then he was waiting for me outside the gas station to talk to me. So then my heart starts to race when I'm paying at the till because I can see him in my peripheral. What are you doing? And I had to be super passive with him and like rush to my vehicle. That shouldn't be the case. Like women shouldn't feel uncomfortable getting a water bottle in the middle of the day.
Yeah. I'm all for holding doors for people.
Sure. Be kind, smile.
Saying good morning, good afternoon. But if I feel like me saying hello or good afternoon or even holding a door for somebody is going to make them uncomfortable, I'm not doing it.
You're done.
Like, have some awareness. And like I said, the intentions might have been good, but what are you doing? If I would have been in that line and I watched a man talking to teenagers and they were visibly uncomfortable, I definitely would have told them to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
And like leave them alone.
That's enough, sir. Thank you. Move on with your day.
Yeah.
Bye.
And then right through the rip-off chocolate bars if he didn't.
Your daughter said that he walked off like grumbling to himself and he was like mad that he was called out. And maybe you're right. Maybe he was embarrassed because his intentions were good. But it's just not a good look.
No, I remember the one time you were coming into work at like 4 a.m. and I think somebody was like blowing the snow outside.
Yeah, it was a worker who was just doing their job. That's fine. But they didn't have like the social cues to know that it's so early, it's dark outside, it's cold. And he was like walking fast towards me with the machinery. And I was like, oh, it would be smart for him to like wait for me to come inside and then come around the corner and do.
Well, yeah. Why?
It was just a weird move. And then I was so anxious.
So why would you want to start somebody's day like that? Just have some self-awareness. Yeah, it's super strange. So the fact that there were 3 creepy stories.
Creepy Tuesday. Creepy Dude Tuesday.
Be better.
What actor immediately ruins a show or movie when they appear as a cameo? Or they're the lead in it and you just don't understand how they keep getting jobs?
That's fair. You know, one person I have a lot of respect for off-screen, but I've never been like, oh, his character in this movie is so funny, is Seth Rogen. I like the movies he's in.
Okay.
I appreciate his like help with writing, directing, producing things. His podcast is awesome. So I don't dislike the guy, but I just don't find him that compelling of an actor.
Well, and when he has the same laugh in every scene, it's like, okay, are you a unique character or not? It's the same with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who, by the way, apparently is a nightmare on set.
Really?
Well, he's late. He'll show up like 2 hours late and stuff.
Because he was just eating eggs?
He loves to eat eggs. He has like this motivation to get up at 3 a.m. and work out for 3 hours, but he still shows up late to set. But to me, again, great guy, but he looks the same in everything and acts the same. So I don't believe his characters. Give the guy a wig, something, a mustache.
Yeah, that's
anything.
True, actually. He does look the exact same in every movie.
Yeah, except for Moana. But that's a cartoon, so that shouldn't count. For me, my answer is, again, we're talking about actors that just ruin things for you. I have 2 answers. James Corden, I can't believe he wasn't casted in Wicked.
Yes.
That is a blessing to theater kids everywhere. Like, get out of here.
Speaking of cartoons, he even wrecked Peter Rabbit for me.
And Cats.
No, there was a bunch of reasons that movie was wrecked.
True.
Who's your other one?
Joey King. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. We got a text, Aquafina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the text went on to say, lately she's in every kid's movie, and because of her distinct voice, she always plays the exact same obnoxious character.
Sure.
Valid point.
Typecast. Also, her name, every time I hear it, I think of the water bottle, and I can't help but think about
Oh, yeah,
Aquafina.
You get thirsty.
Yeah.
Nicole wrote in saying Kristen Stewart. Agreed. I love watching Twilight, though, because here's my impression of Kristen Stewart in Twilight. Ready?
Yeah.
She's just breathing on the camera lens. That's her character. I don't understand
That's a good point, actually.
Like,
That's a good one.
How is every scene not foggy? How is she not ruining the camera lens with her breath?
780-784-7107. Mel Gibson.
Oh.
Hey, man, how can you possibly say that? I get that the guy's a jerk.
He's a loser.
But
He was good in What Women Want, but that's pretty much it. Like,
that's pretty much it.
oh, yeah. You're obsessed with, like, he's in Gladiator or something.
No, he's in Braveheart. Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know.
Gladiator.
You had, like, a cardboard cutout of him or something.
I sure did. Of William Wallace. Life size.
You know that's weird, right?
Yeah, now I think back, and that's pretty weird. My daughter has decided what she wants to do for her birthday. She's turning 13 here right away. It's going to be a big sleepover.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't care what they have for dinner. But in the morning, she wants to have like a pancake and waffle charcuterie board.
I thought you wanted charcuterie board at night, the night before for dinner.
She might have said that too, actually.
Yeah, she wants like bruschetta and stuff laid out.
I'm going to be working very hard to make this work. But yeah, I just wondered if there were any suggestions for a breakfast charcuterie board that I could add to it, or like things that they'd actually enjoy. Because I feel like unless I'm just putting sugar on there, it's not going to get eaten. You know what I mean?
You need like sausage and fruit.
Like if I put a can of peaches on there, they're just not. I'm just going to open a can of peaches for no reason.
Yeah.
But to make it look cool,
Okay.
you need some things on there.
So we need to hear from kids listening right now. Get your parents to text in, what should Ryder have on his breakfast board for a bunch of 12, 13-year-olds?
Like, does bacon gross some kids out?
I don't think so.
Okay. Turkey bacon, I
Turkey
know,
bacon.
is pretty popular.
Yep.
So I can do 2 different styles of bacon on there.
Yeah. Lots of syrup.
Ham? Do kids...
Maybe. I don't know. This is hard.
It is hard. So I'm just trying to plan it, and like I don't have a waffle maker.
What if you just had like
put Eggos on there?
What if you did a cereal bar?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's fun. And they get to choose which one they want.
Well, and then
are they too old for cereal? How does it work?
And you're not opening things that are going to go to waste.
Yeah.
You know? Like if I have a huge thing of whipped cream out.
Yeah. How do parents navigate birthday parties? This sounds super stressful to me because you want to be a cool parent. You want your kid to have a good time, but also impress their friends. You want them to leave being like, that was such a fun party. And it's kind of, the pressure is all on you as the parent.
Especially when they're 13, because now they have strong opinions.
Yeah.
When she was 9, all I had to do was like make stupid noises, and all the kids would be like, "Your dad's fun."
Yeah, now they're like making TikTok videos behind your back, making fun of you.
Like, you should see
That's
this
scary.
guy's budget-ass breakfast charcuterie board with Eggos. Yeah. So I just needed a little bit of help. If there's anything on there.
What's a cool charcuterie board that people are doing these days?
Remember that butter charcuterie board for a bit?
Okay, we need to call our dear friend Hunky Hamill because the other day he blew my mind. We were talking about butter boards and he claims there's a conspiracy behind it. So let's get him on the phone and break it down because I do find his opinion of it fascinating.
We'll get into that coming up and want to hear from you about these charcuterie boards.
Right now, we're talking about different kinds of charcuterie boards. This after Ryder is hosting his daughter's 13th birthday with like 10 of her friends. And the request is to have a charcuterie board in the morning. So what do kids actually like? What do they want on it? I love this text from Trish. Chocolate covered strawberries.
Oh, those would be a hit.
Love that. That's such a great idea.
And you're getting some fruit in them. So I don't want to send these kids home absolutely wired up.
Jen says sausage patties, English muffins, and cheese. They can make their own breakfast sandwiches.
Great idea.
That's so fun. Chicken and waffles. Yes, please.
Yeah, that's true too. Okay, good. This is starting to round out. I like that I'm hearing like proteins and stuff on here.
Well, and I also like this one from Rhonda. French toast sticks. Because then you don't have to give them a full piece of bread.
Brilliant.
I love that. Little tiny pieces of things. Because let's be real, you'll have so much left over.
Yeah.
The kids don't eat that much.
That's not a problem, though.
You got that.
Yeah.
We were talking about butter boards earlier, and our dear friend of the show, engineer here at the station, Hunky Hamill, he has a conspiracy about why butter boards even became a thing. Do you remember this? There was a stretch where women were making these charcuterie boards, and it was just different kinds of butter spread all over it.
Oh, yeah. So the American dairy lobby industry operated a PSYOPs thing on TikTok and Instagram. Get women into butter boards. They were just trying to sell more butter, and it totally worked.
Because these butter boards had like herb and garlic butter on there. They had like cranberry and feta butter in there.
Yeah, and right out of the blue. Like, who decided that, now we're just eating straight up butter on a board?
Yeah, how much butter do you need? Like, I'm trying to think, would you go back for seconds of butter?
Yeah, because you're dipping like bread in it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't take part of the "Hey, girl, let's do butter boards" movement, but, obviously a lot. Like, how's your skin after that?
Think of how expensive a butter board would be. Like, even just one stick of butter is like $6. Imagine getting 6 different flavors.
Like whipping it up, yeah.
Yeah, a butter board in this economy? Are you kidding me?
All right, we had some phone complications, but we managed to get our contestant on the last minute. We haven't even asked you what your name is
We don't
yet.
even know who you are. Who are we speaking with?
Matea.
All right,
Matea.
Matea. Have you been listening to Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay? You know how it works?
Yeah, me and my mom listen every morning on the way to school.
Oh, that's so great. What grade are you in?
I'm in grade 12.
Grade 12 at what school, Matea?
I go to Archbishop O'Leary.
Shout out! Oh, all the other students are going to be so jealous when you win $1,000 before school today.
I hope so.
Okay, who's your teammate for 1K wordplay?
Who can I take, Mom? Oh, you. I don't know. Who hasn't played the most?
Ooh, putting it on us. Crazy.
I feel like Lisa's been sent out of the room less overall in the history of 1K wordplay.
Okay, brag about it.
I just don't feel like getting up.
What do you think, Matea? Do you want me to be your partner?
Yeah, I'll pick you, Lisa.
All right, I'm out of here. Good luck.
Ryder, can my mom help me too?
Yeah, there's a 25-second timer, so, like, I would try to do it without your mom's help first, and then you can lean on her if you need to. But just to make sure you get all your answers in time, I would just go in with the game plan of you answering, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
I'm going to start the timer after I give you the first word.
Okay.
And the first word is... I'm going to spell it, too, because it could be spelled and mean two completely different things.
Okay.
Steak. S-T-E-A-K. Steak.
Oh, meat.
Grinch.
Can you repeat that?
Grinch.
Oh, mean.
Mop. M-O-P. Mop.
Dock.
Bell.
Can you spell that?
Bell. B-E-L-L.
Oh, jail.
Okay. I said Bell. B-E-L-L.
Oh, sorry. Jiggle. Jiggle, sorry.
All right. And what did you say for mop? Sorry?
Oh, it was mop. Oh, I couldn't hear you.
Okay. I'll let you give me an answer for that one.
Mop, floor. Oh, bucket. Bucket.
All right. We didn't get all 5 words, but we got to get Lisa back in here and give away some money. We got 4 out of the 5.
Okay, well, we're giving away $100. I believe in us. I'm back.
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
What is the first word that comes to mind when I say steak?
Meat. Woo! $25. Let's keep it going.
Mop.
Floor. No!
That's what they went with, and then they changed it to bucket.
Oh, that's a good answer, too, though. Those are probably the top 2 answers.
Bell.
Ring.
Jingle is what they went with.
Oh, that's a good one this time of year. What am I thinking?
Grinch.
Christmas.
They went with mean.
Matea, we tried, but you picked up $25. That'll pay for, like, what, one thing out of the vending machine at high schools these days, or?
Yeah. Hey, honestly, better than nothing.
Awesome.
I love that.
We're just going to put you on hold for a second. We got to get some more information from you.
What a sweetheart. I love it. Your next chance to play tomorrow morning at 7:50.
Anxiety is a very crappy thing.
Yeah, I never had it until this past year.
Like, you've never had...
Anxiety attacks.
Oh, I thought you had struggled with it in years past.
Not like it has been this year. I guess more so, sorry. I haven't dealt with panic attacks until this year.
Okay.
Anxiety, yeah, but I guess I need to remember the difference between a panic attack and anxiety. So
and
yesterday,
sometimes anxiety can lead to a panic attack.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
So yesterday I was feeling really panicky when I was at the hair salon. And it was just me and my stylist, who's amazing, by the way. So it was so strange, and I couldn't identify what was causing it. Genuinely do not know what triggers it still to this day. I'm trying to figure that out. But there's a tool that my therapist taught me, and I think it's great, and I wanted to share it with everyone. And I'm sure if you go to therapy for the same thing, you already know about the 3-3-3 method. But mine's a little...
3 shots of tequila.
Yeah, exactly. 3 metal songs in a row, blast them.
And go get in 3 fist fights with strangers.
3 chocolate bars, you deserve it. No, the 3-3-3 is identifying 3 objects in the room, 3 sounds, and then moving 3 body parts, which I think works, but with my therapist, it's a bit different. So what she gets me to do is identify 3 things that you see, 3 things that you hear, 3 things that you smell, and 3 things that you touch. And so it's just a way to kind of distract your nervous system from getting into full panic mode. And I practiced it yesterday. And it's funny because I was still feeling that panic when I got home. And there was one point when you were in the kitchen and I was in the living room and I heard you said, "Are you talking to yourself?" Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So that was it. That was me like identifying through, and I was saying them out loud to try to make it like more obvious what I was trying to do. So I was talking to myself, but that's what I was doing. I was trying to calm myself down because I was super panicky last night. It was strange. And I didn't want to rely on a pill. Do you know what I mean? I only was prescribed 5 and I've only taken 1. And I just didn't want to be like, oh, this is a nice crutch for me. I'll just take another one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to share that tip. If anybody wants it texted to them, reach out and I will send it your way because I found it to be really helpful.
One of the best tips I got for anxiety back in the day was just a quote that I've remembered. And it's like 80% of anxiety is stressing about things that'll never happen.
No, that's what my therapist says. She says nobody has ever died from anxiety.
Well, exactly.
She always says that. She's like, it's in your mind first, right? And you can control that. If you give it a name, my girlfriend Jillian told me this. If you name your panic attack or your anxiety, it kind of gives it less strength.
What if it's a really strong name, though, like Thor?
Okay, don't give it a strong name. Give it a weak name, like Ryder. Just kidding.
Hey!
Just kidding.
Talking about charcuterie boards and different options for them. This after my 13-year-old to be, she's turning 13 right away, let me know that she wants some charcutes at night. And then a different one in the morning
a breakfast
for her
one.
buddies when they sleep over. So I'm just looking for some different ideas, different things to throw on the charcuterie board.
Yeah, what do kids actually eat? Because you don't want to be putting like green olives on there if none of these kids are prepared for that.
I would make a very different one for my buddies if they came over. Like it would just be meat.
It would just be beef jerky.
Well, it would be a ribeye cut up. It would be sausages, brisket.
A cigarette. A bottle of Fireball.
Just everything would be smoked. But yeah, that would be for middle-aged men is what I do.
What do you do for 12, 13-year-olds?
Yeah,
It's got to be not too sugary. Got to have some good protein and vitamins in there.
Just chicken nuggets and a bunch of different dipping sauces. All they like is sweet and sour.
That's all they
for the
want.
most part. This is going to be boring. Just a chicken nugget charcuterie board.
Kids, they'll love that.
That actually doesn't sound boring at all now that I think about it. I'd also really like that. And so would my middle-aged buddies, I would imagine.
That's true.
780-784-7107. You've got a different idea for a charcuterie. Not for this birthday, just in general. What do you got?
The charcuterie board.
What's on it?
So, all the finest buds, the good snacks, you got to get them Dunkaroos in there. Maybe some flaming hot Cheetos.
And how about even different vessels for enjoying your charcuterie board?
Yeah.
Well, like a bong, a pipe.
Oh, I thought it was like food that you eat
blades.
after.
The before and after charcuterie board.
You need two.
You
need the snack board and you need the paraphernalia board.
Served on the pillow because you're going to need it afterwards.
If you do ever call us after hours, like when the doors are shut around here and nobody's around, you now get the option to leave us a message. And oh my goodness,
It's so entertaining to check the voicemail. It goes to our entire staff.
I love it.
So we get to
love it, love it, love it.
we don't know who these are for. Sometimes they are for someone, but it's not us, and we're like, whoa, this is juicy.
This one was pretty awesome. Check this out. That was it.
That was it. Just somebody coughing in their vehicle. Must have been a pocket dial. That's okay.
There was one that we got that I really liked. A gentleman had a suggestion about the banana art. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, so it's a banana that is taped to the wall with duct tape, and it sold for millions of dollars, and then whoever bought it ate it. Is that true?
Yeah, what are you going to do? You got to eat it.
I don't know.
But also, like, what?
Who bought that for millions of dollars?
Some people have too much money, but
Yep.
This was one of the messages we got pertaining to that.
So I heard you talking earlier about the banana art that somebody bought for $6 million and then ate it. So I was just wondering, maybe I should stick a banana on the front of my house and list my house for $6 million. Think it'd work?
The fact that he
love
left us a voicemail, I love that guy.
Yeah, me too.
What an absolute beauty.
I would hang out with this laugh anytime.
Yeah, what about that cough?
Yeah, that guy too.
Nobody does holiday greetings better than me.
Okay.
Okay, we just recorded some here in the studio for when we're away over the holiday season. And it was a nightmare. An absolute train wreck.
This is what I was recording, Lisa trying to string together a pretty simple sentence. I think you'll understand why I sound frustrated in it. Enjoy.
Hey, we're Ryder and Lisa. We wanted to take a moment to wish you a happy holiday. Why does that seem so
Say
awkward?
happy holidays.
Hey, we're Ryder and Lisa. We wanted to wish you. Hey, we're Ryder and Lisa, and we wanted to. What's the sentence? We wanted to wish you a happy holiday.
It can be whatever you want. We're just wishing people happy
But how
holidays.
do you say it?
Happy holidays.
Hey, we're Ryder and Lisa.
Anyway, we're out of time now.
Happy holidays. Holiday?
No! We just went through some of the stats from the Spotify Wrapped, and it gives us a bunch of details on our podcast. We just want to thank anybody who, listens to the OG, the show, live in the morning where anything can happen.
80% new listeners of our podcast in the past year.
The podcast has seen some really nice growth, and that means a lot for us. And that, to be perfectly honest, in a kind of a sketchy industry that we work in, where job security is not one of the reasons you'd get into it.
You never know if it's your last show.
Honestly, that goes a long way.
It does.
Like, the bosses notice that kind of stuff, and so we just can't say thank you enough. This is both of our dream jobs. We talk about it often.
I was literally thinking that when I was driving into work, even though it was so early, I was like one of the only vehicles on the road. I was like, what a blessing to be able to go and hang out with my best friend and then hang out with the coolest listeners who aren't physically in the room with us, but they're engaging on social media and the text line.
Part of the show, huge part of it.
And subscribing to our podcast. That means so much to us. And we put a lot of work into it. And every day after the show, we sit down and we edit it up and we have it ready for you to go. So it's just really awesome to see the engagement. It means the world to us.
Yeah, how blessed. I think the same thing. How blessed am I that I get to share the mornings with my second or third best friend.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast. Play 107.